Hey guys, Dr. Cliff here. Check out this clip that we took from our full-length interview with Mike Housholder from xMEMS. If you do not know what an xMEMS speaker is yet, you need to check out this video because I believe that this silicon speaker technology is going to completely revolutionize the hearing aid industry. So watch this clip, let me know what you think, and if you want to watch the full interview, I will have that linked in the description. So the hearing aid manufacturers, you were talking about our ability to manipulate like frequency response and things like that. Certain hearing aid manufacturers give usually a 3 to 5 band equalizer inside of the apps that people have to use. So there is some level of personalized customization with that. It'd be interesting to know, like for literally what we were just listening to. So Dr. Beck, you were talking about with your AirPods Pro 2 that you have to trick the system with a hearing loss, all right, or you manipulate your audiogram basically inside of your iPhone to make it give it less bass, right?
Yes.
But you don't really get that good of an ability to manipulate in a consumer electronic.
Correct.
But to go under the hood a little bit, back to your earlier point with those 3 or 5 band equalizers, today's hearing aids and consumer earbuds, the digital signal processor in these earbuds is enormously powerful. They can have 30 band EQ in there. They are very capable of 30 band EQ, but the manufacturers just choose to expose bass, mid-range, treble to you. So the technology is capable, the electronics are capable, but I don't know if they're trying to dumb it down for the average consumer.
You hit it on the nose.
Yeah. I mean,
but the capability is there.
Well, and what I've found too is that, when people do try to go in to use the equalizer that is even in their hearing aids and they're playing around with it, the knowledge required oftentimes to be able to know how to manipulate to achieve that, your goal. I mean, there's a reason we went to school for as long as we did, always just talking about sound and the physics of sound and how we perceive sound and what the brain does with it after that. They're often like, I couldn't make it any better, and I tried, but I don't know what I'm missing, and then I'll make 3 tweaks because I know what their goal is and then how to accomplish that. So, the average consumer doesn't know what to do with it most of the time.
Yeah, and I think there's probably a reason why the manufacturers have done what they've done, because you do have to simplify it. Because I've played with a 30 band equalizer. My team,
so fun.
my team lives in biquad filters, shelf filters, things that I can't really know how to manipulate that well. So I personally can be dangerous with a 30 band equalizer.
Right.
Totally.
I'm more likely to mess something up. So for me, I'd probably fit in that area. Just give me 3 and I'll figure it out. But you don't have full control, and you'll never really get it dialed in the way you want to.
It's funny, you really nailed it with that, because hearing aid manufacturers, not only will they limit it for the consumer, so the patients that are being fit with these hearing aids, they'll actually limit stuff for providers. Because providers, if you don't have a really refined understanding of what you're doing with those adjustments inside, and I'm talking not just the equalizer that we're playing with, I'm talking about the digital features and everything. If you don't have a good grasp of that, you can actually make the experience for the hearing aid user worse. And so what will typically happen is that when you go in and you fit a pair of hearing aids and you're programming them, having a lot of equalizer bands is great, because then you can match their prescriptive targets very precisely, which I'm a huge believer of. But after that, what happens is that you end up chunking it down much further, right? And you it's almost like you're adjusting 3 bands at that point, right? You take your highs, your mids, and your lows, and then you make bold adjustments to that to see what their perception is. But you're never going to the things you're reporting sounds like 2700 hertz. Let me go in and adjust that one.
I will actually correct you though, because I won't say never, because we were fitting somebody who was struggling to hear their exact instrument, and we were trying to figure out exactly what frequency that instrument tends to resonate at, and we were able to manipulate a specific frequency to actually get that person more fidelity of the sound of their own instrument. So I won't say never.
Well, yeah, I should never say never, right? And it's funny,
but that's a rare occurrence,
right?
Of course.
So Dr. Cook and I, we were working with a patient who actually goes and watches live performances all the time, and was really struggling with losing, I don't know, what were they losing, like the trumpets and stuff like that.
Something like
so
that.
we literally go and we look up, okay, what's the frequency response of a trumpet? And then we go in and we're like, okay, how do we want to manipulate this? And if you don't have the bands to be able to kind of separate it out enough to be able to manipulate that, you can run into issues. But that is like few and far between, and I would say that 99% of audiologists wouldn't go that far to manipulate that. Yeah. So I hate to say it, but some of your tech that you're working on will go underutilized.
Yeah.
Heavily.
But not underappreciated.
Right, yeah.
I'm sure, I mean, I'm sure as people's audiograms, change over time, it's not by leaps and bounds, it's changing very minutely, and, having control over gain and cue and things like that allow you to make those intricate changes that keep it dialed in.
Absolutely.
But that's expert level stuff.
But if you guys want to learn more about xMEMS and everything that they have going on, make sure that you go and check out their website. I believe it's xmems.com. And check that out. Of course, we're going to be making a lot more content here on this channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with notification bell for more content, and we'll see you next time.